The Lord said, tell the people who are in authority in Nigeria, especially the Nigerian government, to hustle their hands in the case of NNAMDI KANU.
The video about to watch right now is a very serious one, so I want you to pay serious attention, watch and understand. Don't forget, share the video on all social media platforms, share with your friends and loved ones. God bless you as to do so. Watch this video.
The Lord said, tell the people who are in authority in Nigeria, especially the Nigerian government, to hustle their hands in the case of NNAMDI KANU and let the young man go, because they are bringing what's called something they cannot be able to control. Because the voice of the prophet may look as if a voice crying in the wilderness, as if the voice is useless or nothing, but the voice of God cannot be ignored. A few weeks ago, I began to tell you what is going to happen. Secret open, and so many things happen that will bring us all vindicated. NNAMDI KANU. It didn't take up to 3 days. We saw it with our eyes. Thank God, Major Prophet was not in a book launch. Major Prophet was not invited in a book launch. Even as a UN ambassador, peace ambassador, I was not invited and I did not attend. But every prophecy that God has given through the Major Prophet of God, secret open, has finally opened right there. And the Lord said, tell to the people who are in one authority or the other, as quick as possible, hands off your hands in the case of this NNAMDI KANU, because that young man that you keep in there is a prophet of his people. He's a prophet of his people. He's not just ordinary man. He's a divine man that the Lord has endowed what's called prophetic revelations in his life. In the realm of the spirit, Major Prophet of God will not come out here to prophesy to please men, or to prophesy to please people, or prophesy for self-gain, or prophesy for any other purpose. Major Prophet of God, I come out here to prophesy what I see in the realm of the spirit. This NNAMDI KANU is the prophet of his people. Believe it or not, agree it or not, ideologically or not, because he has seen the future in the prophetic. He has seen what tomorrow will bring. He has seen the area his people belong. He has seen everything, the track of his people and the track of the country, the destiny of everybody. And I've seen that the destiny of everybody is great, but there is what's called a spiritual problem in the taproot, that everybody should come together and agree together. Even if we agree together, let's agree as one Nigeria to deal with the root problem, so that everybody and every tribe in this country can be free and be delivered from this problem. Everything you look for, everything you're praying for, whatever you're asking the Lord, oh God, remember our country, hear us, oh change our story, we are suffering, we are poor. Everything you have cried and ask of the Lord is hidden and already with you, but you do not know, because the Lord has taken a Major Prophet of God and begin to show me what's called other things that are going to be discovered that nobody has ever seen. A land flowing with milk and honey, a land full of all kinds of precious stone on the planet Earth, a land that contains everything that anybody can imagine. And there will not be any mineral resources anywhere that will not be found on this land. Be careful and wake up from your slumber before the scavengers scavenge all that belong to you, before your eye will open. Major Prophet of God, I come in peace. Let him go and free the young man. Let him pack his load and go back and go with his people and go and take care of his people. Go and civilize his people instead of keeping this man, because this is what's called something in the realm of the spirit that is going to bring what's called a doomsday. We are praying that God should not allow evil to happen, but we are praying against every doomsday, because Major Prophet of God is a prophet that I will say things and they begin to see it happen in the koro eye. Whether you agree with Major Prophet or not, you accept Major Prophet or not, you like Major Prophet or not, you hate Major Prophet or not, you want a prosperity, you want progress, you want goodness, you want mercy, you want the best, do what the Major Prophet of God has asked you to do. So at the end of it all, nobody will regret. Nobody will be unhappy. Nobody will say, oh, if we had known, had I know always come at the last time. Let us not give chance to had I know.
I'm sure you have watched this video. Now, let me know your thought and your opinion in the comment section. What I'm going to say to us is that this is not the time for us to be judging, for us to be condemning, for us to be abusing, for us to be insulted. This is the time for us to sit down and ask ourselves, what can we do so this country can be better? So things can work according to the way we want it to be. What can we do? These are some of the questions that I think we don't even ask ourselves. Every time, what most of us will think about is, how can this country scatter? How can this country divide? Yes, we are all tired. If you are not tired of the things going on in the country, I'm tired. But I don't want us to ever that I don't want us to have that mindset or that thoughts of war in this country, because I've always said it. You need to understand that when it happens, it is you and I that will suffer the most. There is this popular saying that when two elephants fight, it is the ground and the grass that suffers. In this context, in this case, it is you and I that is both the ground and the grass. When these politicians start fighting, when that war that some of us are calling for starts happening, it is you and I and our family members that are going to suffer the most. So it is important for us to be careful of the things we wish for concerning this country, Nigeria. A lot of us, especially my brothers and sisters from the East, we want Biafra to come. What can we do for us to achieve that without war? These are the questions we need to ask, because listen, war is not an option at all. Don't pray for that. Don't pray for war. Yes, we want NNAMDI KANU to come out. We want Simon Ekpa to be released. We want everything to work well. We want Biafra to come, but we want to do it peacefully. I've always been talking about this book, The Art of War. The book teaches you how to win battles without fighting. That is what we must be looking at. How can we achieve all these things without fighting? Let's be looking at all those things. This thing that some of us says, let's go to war, let that happen, let this happen, is not an option. The men of God, they have spoken. They have said what God has shown them. Now, our another duty we have is to go to God in prayer. And one prayer I've always asked us to pray is that we should pray for the will of God to be done in our country, Nigeria. Nigeria is a blessed nation. Forget about all the things you are saying. Let us pray for the will of God to be done. And I want you to know this. If God's will is for Nigeria to divide, even Tinubu cannot stop it. It may tarry, but it will surely come to pass. It may not happen right now, but it will surely come to pass. Just understand, know what God's will is. Know what God's will is for Nigeria, so that you understand what you are dealing with. Because if God's will is for Nigeria to remain as one, you are fighting a losing battle. Because the Bible made us understand that if God is not there, he said that the watchman watcheth in vain. He said that the builder buildeth in vain. If God's hand is not in this agenda, it is in vain. It is in vain, because there is this saying that if God be for you, who can be against you? Now change it and ask yourself, if God be against you, who can be for you? Ask yourself that question. If God's will is for Nigeria to remain one, to remain as one, do you want to fight God? Who can battle with the Lord? Can you fight God? No. So that is why it is important for us to understand what the will of God is for our country, Nigeria, before we start making like creating problem, doing the things that are not supposed to be done. Yes, if you have been following me, I've always been of the opinion that Nigeria is not treating the Igbo man well. Even Joshua Iginla have said it. A lot of people have said it. Nigeria is not treating them well. Why can't you allow these people to also rule this country, Nigeria? Are they not Nigerians? Are they not Nigerians? All these things, the politics in this country is too much. And that is why you see the Igbos agitating, calling for Nigeria to be divided. But I feel that if a leader who understands how to manage and rule a country comes into power, Nigeria will be better. Give everybody equal chance. Give the Igbos what they deserve. Give Yoruba what they deserve. Give Hausa what they deserve. Another thing I feel I have always been suggesting is practicing confederation system of government. I don't know if I got that right. Where every region have to manage their own resources. Every region manage your own resources. People, Easterners will have like an Eastern president. North will have a Northern president. South will have a Southern president. Then you rule your own people. Manage your own resources and then report back to the federal government with a percentage, like you are paying tithes or tax to them. But let every region manage their own resources. We will still remain as Nigeria. We'll have something like a United States of Nigeria, or we'll make it every state manage your resources. That way nobody will feel cheated. You will not say you are taking my money from the state and can develop another person's state, because that is practically what is happening in this country. Niger Delta, Rivers State, they produce at least 70% of the Nigeria oil, if I'm not mistaken. But look at Rivers State, look at Niger Delta. Where is the development? There is no working refinery here. Nothing is working. But I believe that if we start managing our own resources, the development, it will be massive. It will be massive. The seaport we have here is really not working. Nothing is working because some people have decided to colonize everything. The channel some to the north, to the west. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So please, let's try to understand all these things. I'm not against Biafra. I'm not also against Nigeria. What I want is for anything that is going to promote peace and unity. Is anything that is not going to destroy your life and your properties. That is what I want. I want the will of God to be done in this country, Nigeria. And that is my own heartfelt cry. I want the will of God to be done in Nigeria. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do it to subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell so whenever I post another video, you will notify for you. Turn a subscriber. I want to say thank you to you. Thank you for always stopping by to watch our video. We love and appreciate the support you give us on this channel. Please don't forget, share the video on social media platform, share with your friends and loved ones. God bless us to do so. I'll see you in the next one. You are blessed.